YouTubers, welcome to your first edition of Cosmic Talks with your one and only Venus, Goddess of Love. Today I'd like to cover the topic of compassion. And the reason why I would like to talk about compassion is because I have so much compassion inside of me and I'm ready to just share it with the world. And also my message today is invite compassion back into your lives today. Because lots of people are lacking compassion today. And if you don't know what compassion it means sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. Now, I know a bunch of us had compassion for many human beings in our past, right? And we've given compassion to the wrong set of people. But you know what? Let's look at it this way. Let's look at the fact that you were at the right place at the right time to give compassion to that kind of person. Because, you know what? Maybe that person didn't need your love that day. And if they did not give that back to you, it's fine. So you should pat yourself in the shoulder that you did some good deed. And if they treated you really badly, forgive them. Forgive them today and forget them. Because in fact, they're going to look at later down the road and they're going to be like, wow, I can't believe that I did not give my compassion back to this person. How did I treat this person so badly? And you know what? At this point in your life, who cares? Right? Because you were able to give that sense of love to them and how they move forward with their life no longer matters to you, right? So basically, forgive and forget, right? And I know a bunch of us suffer from a lot of trauma. And if you need to release and you need help, please go seek a therapist. If you don't want to see a therapist, sit down with yourself and release whatever is bothering you in a journal or talk about it with your friends or just read a book in a way to help you release all this trauma because it shouldn't matter. The past should not matter to you anymore. And if it bothers you so much, look back into your past and see and weigh up and see like what you did for those kinds of people and see the positive things instead of the negative things, you know? So I'm going to use myself as an example. I've been ridiculed my whole entire childhood. I'm not going to say this is a trauma because in fact, when I was a child, I believed in God. I love God so much. I always believed that God was going to bless me in some sort of way in my future, and He would point me in the right direction that I need to be in. And that's what probably made me different, you know? In my neighborhood, all the kids would make fun of me. I would ride my bike down the block and I would be ridiculed, and some people would throw rocks at me as I was riding my bike, and I didn't care, you know? I did not care. Because their words did not bother me. Their abuse did not bother me. Again, it's all because God has helped me through everything in my life. And I loved people. I love people so much. I love talking to them. I love society, in fact. Because you're all intriguing human beings. And as I continued on with life, I went to Catholic school. I was also made fun of in Catholic school for being different. And it's okay, again, because I believe in God. But as I went on with life, I lost my grandmother. And I just had this strong connection with my grandmother. And I lost my sense of direction. because she was my light. She was my guardian angel. After that, I lost myself. But it's okay because, we always tend to frolic amongst the dark side of life. And in order to gain your light back, you have to wander. You have to wander. You have to experience life in order to come back to the light at the end of the tunnel. So my whole entire life and my whole entire period of darkness, I gave love to the wrong people. But you know what? I don't regret giving love to the wrong kind of people. In fact, I think they needed it. I was pointed to specific people at the right place at the right time. And it was on them from there on to notice what they got until it was gone. And in fact, I tested many people. And they didn't even realize it, but it's fine. So I gave love to the wrong people, and I did not care. I don't care, It's fine, because if we stop giving love to others, we don't know what love is anymore. We won't know what love is anymore. And I'm not saying to lose yourself completely. Obviously, give yourself love more before giving love to others. And eventually, as you continue to lead by example, and I mean leading by example with love, everyone will start to evolve and realize what love is again. So let's all get in the car and fall back in love with life again, guys, because it takes so much energy to be negative. It takes so much energy, and it's really draining. It's really draining to be miserable. So look around you. Look at life in a different perspective. Enjoy the beauty. Enjoy the different seasons. Enjoy it. Because once we leave this planet and once we die, okay, we will never get back this moment in life. That expression, YOLO, you only live once, how about you think about that? You only live once. So what will you do today that will make you feel happy with life, with your one and only life? What will you do today that will change your perspective in life? So I'm also going to continue with this topic by saying that we are all fallen angels, and with balance and inner strength, we could evolve and spread the message of how to maintain the balance and strength. So if that is you by leading by example, again, saying leading by example, then so be it. There are so many people out in the world today who are miserable. So I'm saying misery again. So why not go up to them and give them that compliment? And I'm not saying to be completely vulgar. I mean, give them a compliment that comes to mind, like a really nice compliment. Like maybe their shoes are beautiful. Maybe their hair looks nice. Maybe their glow is very like euphoric. Whatever comes up to mind. Or if you've been thinking about texting someone and just being like, hey, how are you doing today? Or hey, I thought about you. Are you doing okay? Or if you just want to text someone in general, do it. Because you never know if that person's suffering, or you never know if that person won't be here tomorrow You only have one chance, right? Or you only have today. Who knows what the future holds, right? So text that person. You know what? Put yourself in action and just do it. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, or whatever your intuition is telling you to do it. Because you will never, or probably you will never, get that chance again. Or maybe you will. Because who knows what predestiny has on hold for us. That's if you believe in predestiny. I'm not trying to force my beliefs onto you, but that's my belief. So I believe that we are all predestined before we come to earth. And it's a beautiful thing. You should read up on predestiny if you are curious. So let me keep going with this. So however, what I do know is that we are all loving, compassionate human beings, that we forget to love one another. And I'm not saying a physical kind of love. I'm saying compassion kind of love, a selfless kind of love, a love that cares for one another. When one person is down, some like to say it's not our job to pick them up. In fact, it is our job as human beings to pick that person up. And if you want to know why, it's because the moment we stop working together, the moment we stop is the moment this earth falls apart, just like it has been doing. And it's really scary, in fact. It's really, really, really scary. And it makes me really sad. Because this earth is very beautiful. And you all are very beautiful people all over the world. Everyone has a lot of unique power within you. And I believe that everyone needs to shine their light. Sorry for being emotional. It's just, I care. So let me leave you all today with compassion. I hope this message reaches out to many of you, and I hope it touched your heart. And if I did touch your heart, I did my job right. If I didn't, then I'm sorry for taking up your time. But let me leave you with something today, or for this weekend, right? So the thought of the day, or your mission for the weekend, is, what will you give back to humanity? And I don't mean to say, let's donate money, or let's give money to the homeless, or whatever. What will you give back to humanity today? And that could be a blessing. That could be a thought. That could be a prayer. That could be community service. It could be anything, right? Anything that comes to mind, do it. So yeah, what will you give back to humanity so that you can continue to shine your light so bright? Think about that. Because it'll help you move forward in life. Anything that gives you a sense of gratitude, or sheds or releases the weight off your shoulders, do it. It helps you so much when you are filled with gratitude. And remember to love yourself today. And once you love yourself, you can help and love others. Anyway, have a great weekend, guys. I'll be sharing more next week. Bye, YouTubers.